Hey everybody, it's Chris Lote here. In this screencast, I'm going to share with you the app called QuestionWell, which is an artificial intelligence app for creating questions from various sources of content. Here's the site that we're going to use, and the URL is questionwell.org. So questionwell.org, and teachers do need to create their own account. I have created my own account, so I'm going to click log in and get into the app itself. The app does have a free option for teachers. The free option only allows you to make multiple choice questions. If you pay, you have the option to also use short answer, fill in the blank, or a mixture of all three. On this site, you're going to provide the options for creating your set of questions. I'm going to just go with 10 multiple choice questions about, and we're going to go about volcanoes. We want it in English, but of course there are a number of other languages that the questions can be presented in. So for our students who speak other languages, that could be an option for them as well. We select the grade. We're going to stick with 8th grade. Here's where we have the options. We can select either a file or document. We can type in our text. We can go to YouTube, a video, a website, or if we have an existing one, we can blast that in as well. Today I'm just going to use a website, and I'm going to paste in a Wikipedia page for volcanoes. I don't have a lot of content on volcanoes, so I'm just going to use that as my source. And then I click go. What this does, it just ensures that the website does have information. And here what I might do when I have a look at it, of course there's some information at the top of the Wikipedia page, so I'm going to pull that off and leave it there. So take that out just so it doesn't get confused with that information. And once I'm happy with that, then I hit save. I can also align these questions to the BC curriculum. So if I click on this, I've already selected the BC curriculum, but you can see it has many other educational jurisdictions. So BC curriculum, science, and grade 8. And then I can actually go up here and it will automatically populate the outcomes from our curriculum. So where's the one about plate tectonics? There it is. So we have that specific content piece in there from our curriculum. Then I hit save and then generate questions. Once my questions are created, what it does is it provides the text over here in this panel, and it actually highlights the content where they pulled the questions from or where the answers might be found. And on the right hand side we have our questions. I'm going to scroll through just to make sure that these questions are appropriate, because of course when AI creates content it might not be perfect, so we have to double check as a teacher to make sure that these questions and answers are correct and logical. You can see though that the answer is bolded on each of the multiple choice questions. Having looked at those questions and thinking, oh, they're all good, then I can export them. If you'd like to, you can add other questions or more questions by simply clicking on the plus questions if you wanted to create a new set of multiple choice questions, or if you do have a paid account, you can select those options. I'm going to close this, and really I'm just going to export it. Before I do that, I have to select all of them. So none of them are selected right now. I have to select all of them and then click export. One of the neat things about this tool is that we can export to Kahoot as well. Down here we can export to Microsoft Forms, and I'm going to do that. One of the nice parts about that is that every student in our district does have access to Microsoft Forms, so you can export this into Forms and have the students log in and automatically go to that, in this case, a multiple choice quiz about volcanoes. It's been exported, so I click the X there, and now I have to go and find that file. That file did get sent to my downloads folder, so I'm going to go and open up the downloads folder. There, and there's the document there. So here are the 10 multiple choice questions. And what I can do is I can now go into Forms. Once I'm here in my Forms account, the best thing to do is hit Quick Import. And then click on here to go and find the document that you want. There's that volcano file that I downloaded. It'll ask you, do you want to make it a form or a quiz? We're going to go with a quiz. It takes a second to convert that Word document into a quiz. I'm going to click on Start Review. One last thing you need to do before launching the quiz is to provide the correct answer and also add a point for each question. I'm going to close this review panel. And to do that, you just simply click on the question on the side here, provide the correct answer, and then also, while you're here, give 1 point for each question. Adding the points allows you to very quickly see how many students got correct out of, say, out of 10. If we don't provide any points, then everybody will unfortunately get 0. After you've added a point and given the correct answer, one thing you can do is go into Preview, and this is what your students will see when they launch the quiz. We'll just quickly go through and add some answers. And after adding my last answer, click Submit. I get that instant feedback as a student as to how I did on the quiz. As a teacher, I can also go up into the Responses section, click on that. Here's where you can get a cumulative view of all of the responses for each question. So if there's perhaps a question where there was a complete misunderstanding of the concept, that will maybe be viewed here by everybody having the incorrect answer. If you want to see a list of all the students and how they did, you can click on Post Scores. And that would give you a class list of every student and what their score was. So it's a quick way to see the whole class and how they did. Lastly, I'm going to go back into the questions, and then I'm going to go to the Collect Responses button. This will provide me a way to share the quiz with students. You can copy the link. There's also a QR code here as well that students can very quickly scan on their mobile devices. Over here on the left-hand side, you probably do want to have the name recorded, of course, so you know who is who on the quiz. And back up to the top here, you could actually go down and send it to a team. So if you had a class team, you could send it there. I have a team that's called DigiKnow, and I'm going to just send it to the general channel of DigiKnow and send it there. When I go to that team, there's the invite for doing the quiz on volcanoes. It gives a little message, and then as a student I would click Start Now, and because of course I'm logged in as a student, it will know who is who when they're taking the quiz. Back to the forms. I'm going to close this up, and that's the process for grabbing a quick quiz on QuestionWell and adding it into the forms application for your students. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.